Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Holy Thursday. I wanted to come on and let me greet everybody. Greet everybody, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful day. You know, we are still in Holy Week as it is so called. And today is called Holy Thursday, right? Holy Thursday, day before Thursday before the Friday, which is tomorrow now will be known as Good Friday, right? So we're going to focus a little. This is where Lent is coming down to its final leg. For some persons observe Lent. And we talk about what happens during Lent and what people do during Lent and why some people do these things during Lent. So let me wish everybody, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are at this time, and you're seeing Auntie D, or you'll be watching it later, Auntie D is wishing you all a very, very wonderful and a happy Thursday afternoon or evening or morning. Auntie D is so happy to come on to be with her supporters because her supporters are the one that keeps her going. Whether or not I'm on live or off, I think about you guys because I have never met anybody online and I enjoy talking to you guys as if I know you long ago. And I can tell you this program, which is called The Live, it's wonderful, very, very wonderful. It creates an opening where you can get to understand, you can reason, even though we try to keep our privacy intact because you have to guard your privacy. And I make sure I don't let anybody come out here and advertise their privacy. Keep it under lock and key because you don't know who are the other persons who you'll be probably talking to or talking with. And sometimes people misinterpret and go take things differently. So, this evening, I am happy to be alive. I am well. I am thankful. The Lord has carried me through another day. And even until now, although outside is cold, I am happy that I am alive. My blood is still warm. And I'm inside the house where I can get some heat to warm me up, right? So I must be thankful because there are persons, even at this moment, they don't have anywhere to lay their heads. So whatever we do, we must always be thankful. As I've learned, be thankful for small mercies. I see I have a company. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Feel free, guy, wherever you are, feel free. Come on in. Hi, Stephen. Stephen, I've not seen you in a while. Oh, Rio, hello. Hello, Stephen. Hello, oh, Rio. How are you guys doing? I'm not, and Blake Mormon. Hi, Blake. How are you? How are you guys doing? I've not seen you come by. You're good. I'm happy to know that you're good. I'm really, really happy. How was your day today, guys? How was your day today? You all had a good day? Yes, sometimes you have to do that, you know. We have to make our own fun. Okay, Oriya said his day was amazing. And Steven said he jumps up. That's true, you know. I do it too. Blake, I do it. Thank you. Yes, sometimes I'm here and I have to, that's why I love YouTube too, you know. I can move around and look. And that is why when persons come on my life and they don't stay very long, I am not upset. Because what? I'm a she. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Aurea, sorry. I'm not upset when person doesn't stay long because, you know, you have to move. And if you're going to stay stuck for 30 minutes or half an hour, you tell yourself, oh, hi, Bryson. I've never seen your name spelled like that. Bryson. That's a beautiful name. Hi, Bryson. How are you doing, Bryson? I hope your day went well today. And you guys like up the live, man. Thumbs up the live. I see somebody has given me a little like already. I'm appreciative. What you guys, as you come on, just thumbs up the live so the algorithm can show how much Auntie D is putting an effort with her supporters, right? And I know you got, thank you, thank you, thank you. They're giving me a pretty screen. But the thumbs up is what counts now. Yeah, thank you. And guys, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel before you go, please subscribe and please even to say hi so I can come back to your channel and subscribe too. But when you don't, you just subscribe and go. Thank you, Bryson. Bryson, did you say hi or just do something that I can find you? I have to make a note because I like to support you guys. Bryson, do you have a channel? Do you have a channel, Bryson? Or O-R-E-O, Oreo. Oreo said he subscribed too. Okay. Because you guys, I have to make a note of the names. When people subscribe and I don't know how to find the channel. So I make a note, right? So I'm happy that you both subscribe. So when I go and look, I will see. So if you are trying to, and Mormon said he did. Let me make a note. Blake Mormon. Blake Mormon said, Thanos, Thanos, I'm happy to have you. 932 now. I just yes, it's 9:30 something. Yeah. Thanos, welcome. You're welcoming your friends. Thanos has been a long time. Person. Thanos, I'm happy that you guys stopped by. I know you guys are going to run off and leave me, But I'm going to check the channel when I'm through with the live to see, and then I'm going to check to see you guys. So if you have subscribers, you say, YouTube wants us to give you come and look at your channel and look at the things. So I cannot. If you subscribe now, I will look at your channel when I'm done, and then I'll come back and subscribe tomorrow. Right? We have to do it like that because I don't want YouTube to delete the subscription, saying that I didn't look or you didn't look or something. Because sometimes people say they subscribe. When I go, I don't see any subscribing. Oh, Oreo has a channel. Okay, Oreo, that's beautiful, Oreo. So by tomorrow, if I don't get to come on tonight to check you out, Oreo, I will subscribe by tomorrow. So how is your channel doing, Oreo? Oreo, you have one to Blake? You guys must not hide it from me, man. Yeah, man. Because that's what I do. That's what I do when you guys. That is why I spread the love. Everybody is different. You come to my channel and you subscribe, and I make a note of it too. So when you come and you subscribe, it's only fair for me to come back and subscribe to you guys. Don't you think so? You have some people, you subscribe to them and they don't subscribe. They don't return the subscription. And then some others too. I don't know what that means. MTHM. What is that, Ori? What is that, Oreo? Because I don't want you surprised when I go, I can't find anything. So, let me make a note of it, Bryson has, Oreo has, and Blake has. Oh, it means that you agree. Yes, some people, that is why some of us take so long and sometimes drop off the list, right? Because sometimes you subscribe to people's channel. Because even today I spend time going on other people's channel and look at what they have, and if I like it, I subscribe to it and tell them that I subscribe and I'm giving them the support. And sometimes they don't return back the support. And persons, especially when they are monetized, they don't look back at you. They subscribe and they don't even look at you. And that is not nice. And that is why I always encourage persons who subscribe to my channel. The first thing I ask them before I do anything else is ask them if they have subscribed and if they have a channel. So if they have subscribed, or they might not have subscribers yet, they may have a channel and they tell me I can go there too. But if you don't tell me, I will still go. Once I get the name, I will go and look. But sometimes the names that comes up, the channel is not in that name. So it's a problem to find it. But guys, I'm so happy that you stopped by. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I feel so good. And I'm happy that Thanos came on too. I don't know if he's gone. Thanos, we had a great time Saturday night gone. And I didn't know Thanos and some persons were so, so lively. And I know they won't be able. Thank you. Thank you. I know you guys won't be able to stay late because the number going down. But come on, man. Come along anytime. Auntie D, I tried to do at 9 o'clock in the night. And sometimes I try to do it at 9 o'clock in the morning. But sometimes I realize most of my supporters, they are not able to come on that early in the morning. So I try to do it at 11 o'clock. Some are at school, some are at work, so they cannot respond the way they want to respond. Thank you very much, Oreo. Thank you so much. I try to do something to come on to look a little different. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that it won't be too cold. I want to do a little outdoor tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not telling you. I'm just thinking of being outdoor tomorrow, because on a Friday I normally try to do outdoor. But I'm telling you, it was raining last week. It was cold, and we had some light flurries. So I'm hoping that tomorrow will be nice. Because tomorrow I'm off on a Friday, and although I'm off on a Friday, I give my supporters my day. If I even do something, I try to come back and share the day with my supporters. Yeah. So I'm gonna try tomorrow too. But I have to come on. I cannot, guys, I cannot go to my bed and say I'm going to sleep and don't come and say hi. Because what? Sometimes you guys are not able to come when I'm on, but you can watch the live after. Because my life, I always make my life public. So anybody can go anytime. Anyway, what I really want to talk about tonight is traditions that are done at Easter time. You know, different countries are, different Caribbean countries. I'm from the Caribbean. They do different things, and in other countries too, they do different things during Easter. I realized that Easter to me now is not so meaningful as it was when I was going to school. But it is still nice because what I know now, it's more, you're from Ghana. Oh, you're from Ghana. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, Ore is from Ghana and Blake is from the USA. Oh, welcome to you guys. I'm still happy to have you. I'm still happy to. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican. So I live in the US, right? So I try to get my channel across all sector. It's sometimes it goes to Canada. You know it goes already. I don't have to tell you. It's all over the place. So the different traditions that are done. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, Oriel had to move. So where are you now, Oriel? You're going back to Ghana? Or whatever. Whatever you do, be safe. Okay, so you had to move. One day I hope to visit Ghana. That's the Ghana you spell. Is it the Ghana in Africa? Or you're in Maryland? That's beautiful. I've never been to that state. I've never been there. I am at Ghana and Kenya. There are some places I love to visit. I don't know. One day I may be able to visit those places. One day. Sometimes, some things happen when you didn't even plan it. Although it's so far away, so many hours away. And would you believe I have persons from Kenya as supporting my channel? And the thing, I like to hear the talk. But let me tell you now, some traditions, right? What happens? I don't see much persons. What happens is during Easter, as I've been saying it all week, and during Lent. Lent is a time when the Christians focus on the crucifixion of Jesus, right? They focus on his death, burial, and resurrection. And other religious groups focus on different persons, I should say, you know. Okay, I can tell you a little about Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is done the Sunday before the Easter Sunday. So Sunday of last week, Sunday the day before in this week here, would have been Palm Sunday. You would have had persons in especially Sunday churches, and I was talking about it earlier this week, and last week. They got pieces of palms and they have a service in the church where they walk, they sing and they wave the palm. But what the Palm Sunday really speaks of is No, not this Sunday. This Sunday would have been Easter Sunday. This Sunday is regarded as Resurrection Sunday. This would mean that Jesus was resurrected. So today, Holy Thursday, marks when he was being taken from Herod, King Herod, to Pilate, up and down and being tried. Right? And then the Friday was when they passed a verdict that he should be put on the cross and he's not a Christ and all those things. And King Herod sent him back. They had him up and down from one place to the other. And King Herod sent him to Pilate. Then I answer. And Pilate washed his hand in the basin and said he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. He didn't want to make, because Pilate knew that Jesus was innocent. And Pilate's wife told him not to sentence him. But Pilate washed his hands. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. So he told him to take him away. So they took him to Calvary, where they allowed him to walk with the cross on his back. You will see the thing, and you can watch it when you're ready, the crucifixion. And it was so heavy. Aurea, I don't want to be put in a spot. Based on my understanding from what I've been reading and hearing, I think he decided, he made that decision. And why I believe so, when he was on the, I just like this question that you ask, but it's my opinion, right? When he was on the cross, people were mocking him and putting the thorns on his head and teasing him and doing all sorts, spit on him, tear off his clothes that his private parts were showing. And you see they take the piece of the clothes and wrap his loin because his penis would have been exposed. And they took him with the sword in his side to make sure that he was dead. And they nailed his hands out on the cross and they put his feet together. And can you imagine some big long nails? I'm sewing with my needle. And when it sticks me, I jump and I say, woo! And those big needles, that's my opinion, based on what I understand from my reading in the Bible. And he stood there, he was on the cross, and they said to him, he must come down. And he said he was not coming down. And the two thieves on either side, one said to him, save us and come down. And the other one said, remember me when you go into your kingdom. And he said to that one, today you're with me, right? And then before he died, he called out to his father for strength. That is why I believe that he made the decision. And he said, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? If that side of him was crying out, and then they gave him the vinegar, as what we have been reading in the Bible, to drink. Now, if you're thirsty and you want water to drink, and you're being offered vinegar, it's kind of hard. So then he hung his head and died. So it was on the Friday afternoon, they took him down, as the Bible says, and put him in a tomb, which was prepared for somebody else. I think it was Joseph, another person. Okay, Aurea, have a nice day. And Aurea, you can go you can go also and Google it or go on YouTube and put in. You can watch it too. But I'm still happy to share what I know. I'm still happy to share. Have a nice day, Aurea, and I hope to see you again. Right? Bye. It's beautiful to have you guys. I felt so elated. It's a nice question that you ask, right? You are wonderful. You're a brilliant person, and you will learn. Bye, Oreo. Thank you for asking me. Thank you. I'm happy. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Look forward to see you again soon. Yes, guys. So continuing with the argument, Easter traditions, as I put it. Jesus did not have to leave heaven to come to earth because he knew that the devil was down here, right? But the devil was in the garden from day one when it was created, when he tempted Eve. And Jesus knew he had to come because if he did not choose to come, the angels themselves were so afraid because they knew that it was going to be a very hard task. And Jesus came. When he was born, you see what happened? how much they tried to hunt him down to kill him, and they had killed so many children who were born during his time. That is why when the wise men were going to Bethlehem, they had to go to the king first, for they were strangers, and the king told them, gave them some gifts as well, and the king told them that when they are going back to their country, they should stop by because he wants to go and visit that person. But the king was Herod was not interested in that. He was going to send his men to get rid of Jesus. So that's what we have read in the Bible. So the wise men, the three wise men, they did not go back that way. They went another way, right? So Jesus lived. He was born in the stable with other animals, and then he grew up with his parents Joseph and Mary. And when he was 12, he went to church too. He went into the synagogue with those leaders and those publicans and the Pharisees, all those persons who would have studied about his coming as a Messiah. And I like this, what he did, he confounded the elders. He asked them some questions and he was putting down some arguments there. And they were shocked. They could not believe that he knew so much. So they didn't want to really take the information from him, but they noticed that, Jesus was so into what he was saying. And they realized this man is serious. So from then now, they started following him around wherever he go. They want to listen to him preach. And with all of that, they knew that a Messiah should have come. But they did not want to accept this Messiah that came in the form of a poor person. Poor person. Mary and Joseph were poor, and they everywhere they go to Mary for Mary to give birth, there was no room, no space anywhere. They run her out because she did not have the money to pay. So everywhere she go was full. So the only place she had to stop by was so that she's not out in the night dew was in a stable. Can you imagine the cows and the sheep and all those things? All those animals were there in the stable. And that's where Jesus was born. That is what the books have said. I don't know how true it is, but that's what they said. So they celebrate his birth at Christmas. No, that's another sorry, that's another story. But they celebrate his birth. They sing carols and do everything relating to his birth. Then when it comes to, we're back to the crucifixion story that we are talking about. He after he was being watched and everything, and they crucified him. So come Sunday, which is Easter Sunday. That's what they call the Sunday now. That is coming up a few days from now to start next week. They say the Sunday worshippers say that's the day they worship. They worship the resurrection day. But they claim that the Adventist is worshiping, that's the 7-day Sabbath. They say that the Adventist is worshiping the burial. But what is being taught too is the Adventist believes in the communion service, which is the Lord's Supper. Because Jesus had the Last Supper with his disciples. But he did not partake of it, because he was doing it for them as an example. And he said, whenever they do participate in the Lord's Supper, they have to do it until he comes. So when he comes and he takes us all home, then he will be the lamb, because he was slain from the foundation of the earth. He's going to be serving us who make it to heaven. So we all have to work to go to heaven. Because Jesus sees himself as a servant. He said he came to serve. And even when you have the Lord's Supper, which they call Passover or Last Supper or Communion, he said we must celebrate his death. The communion points to his death. Right? And that is why the Sabbath people, they don't celebrate they say they have not seen anything pointing in the Bible to say that Jesus said we are to celebrate his resurrection. And when one baptized, according to the Adventist belief, when you're baptized, you when you go down in the water, you come up, you're expected to be a changed person. But some people, so they go down there, so they come up the same. They're not changed. But we are not to judge anybody. You see, I believe in letting persons try, and when they fail, they will recognize that they have failed and will try again. Because oftentimes we condemn persons and we ourselves, we are not putting a mirror on ourselves, right? So back to the point now. So Easter for the Christian points to Jesus himself, right? It points to the death, burial, and resurrection. And if we believe in Jesus, we have to believe in the death, burial, and resurrection because he came, he lived, he died, and he was resurrected. And when he was leaving, he said he will come again. So I think we should realize that he came and he lived and he died. He was on the cross for the world. He was one of the, he got the most disgraceful, embarrassing type of death. Nobody has ever had that sort of death. And even if persons go now, if I ever choose to do that, I can't save you, I can't save myself. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to sacrifice myself. Go on and allow them to do that. Because what Jesus did, no human being cannot do that. That is why Peter, when they were going to crucify Peter, Peter said, I'm not worthy because the master was standing out like this. They better they put him upside down. So they crucified, they had Peter upside down. Can you imagine? So what I believe is if a person decides to follow the word that is in the books, and then to think of it, there are other denominations that believe in Christianity just the same, right? Some worship on Saturday, some worship on Sunday. And they believe in Christianity and they have different beliefs. You have some, they don't believe in Christianity, they have different gods, different things that they believe in. So we should not condemn those persons and they would not condemn us. So what we do, we should really support, because if we support each other, then we are going to learn from each other. Then we'll be able to share. But if we don't support and you become withdrawn, so you believe in Jesus, you don't want to hear anything from the Hindus, or you don't have anything to do with the Islam and the different type of person. We have to spread love, right? We have to spread love. So I believe that persons, whatever their belief is, if you spread the love to everybody as much as you can, share love. Love can be done in many different ways. And some persons, although they say they are open to whatever they believe in, they don't have any love. They don't have any love. So I still encourage persons to believe in the Supreme Being, and whatever you don't understand, you don't have to run to people who may lead you astray, but you can ask the Supreme Being to help you. Right? You can ask him to help you. Thank you for the hearts. Ask the Supreme Being to help you. Because many times we try to rely on our own self. And remember that we are failures. We are failures. We will do things that is not right. Some of us keep malice, some have bad mind, some have covetousness, some grudge, some steal, so many different things that people do. And a lot of these persons are in the church. They are there in the church. Thank you for the hearts. And I can remember stories in the Bible, because the Bible, it has a lot of stories. I don't have access to other books like what the other religious people uses. And when I look, I said to myself that no wonder Jesus had to go into the temple and use a whip. Yet, is that only good people go to church? You know? Bad people go to church too. Hmm. And you see, they use, I read where he used a whip, but they were selling, they were robbing people and all sort of things they were doing using the church as money changers, and he had to whip them out. And it showed that he whipped them out of the church and turned over the tables and drive them out. Right? So everywhere you go, you have people who are not really living according to the word that is there. The word is there as a guide. So if you believe in whatever you believe in, use it as a guide, as a mark for your lifestyle. Because if you're not going to use the word that you believe in as a mark for your lifestyle, then you're going to stray. You're going to go astray. What you should be doing, you're not going to be doing it. And it's easy these days for a person to stray. You know. There are so many things that I've read in the book, in the Bible. It's easy. So each day, a person has to call on the Lord for help. Sometimes some of us have some serious problems. We don't know where the problems have come from, and then just tumble down. Tumble on us, and they rest on our head. Means that they occupy our mind. We cannot be free from the stresses. There are so much things going on, and you have to fight your way. And you fight, but you cannot help yourself. Some people fight their way through, and they become even more stressed out. It's like they said, there's no way they can make it. But before anybody give up or quit, still have a connection, have a relationship with the Supreme Being. And the Supreme Being will work out something for you, whether you know it or not. Remember when Elijah made the altar, and was it Baal made his altar, and they put up all things there, right? And they do the same things. And Elijah put water and dig trench and do all sort of things around the altar, just like them. And all Baal was praying. I don't remember which religion it was, but Baal was praying for the God to come and show a miracle there. Nothing happened. And Elijah prayed earnestly and pray and pray and pray. No only could pray, because you have some people they call them prayer warriors, you know. They are so, some people pray, everybody can pray, you know, in their own way. But you have some people, when they pray, you feel so different after. But each person can pray, because each person have to talk to God for themselves. Even if I pray for you, you have to still go to God earnestly and talk to Him. God wants to have a relationship. So whatever your supreme being is, you have to have a relationship. Right? And Elijah pray and pray and pray. And what happened? Fire came down out of heaven and consumed up the place, the water itself, the altar, everything. And the people believed in Baal, which was idol worshippers. They were shocked. Crowds of people were there. And they had to say, well, give unto Baal what is Baal, idol worshipping, and unto God what the things that are God's. So we have to realize that in everything we do, we are at times put to be on our backs. Right? Put to be on our backs. I'm not straying from my topic. Put to be on our back. And that's the only time we can look up and decide to cover. Some people don't, no matter what struggles they're going through, they're not going to go to their supreme being. They keep it to themselves because they think that they can manage. Right? So let me leave it there. So back to the Easter things now. No. During Easter, let me make sure, right? During Easter, what people normally do is, where I'm from in the Caribbean, and most countries does that too. We normally have Easter food, right? So persons would go and shop. Like today, most public places would be closed by maybe 2 o'clock. I don't know if the time has changed, but normally they close a little earlier than the normal time, the regular time. And people get a chance to go and do their shopping, because the Friday, which will be tomorrow, everywhere would have been closed. Stores are closed, public buildings are closed. It would have been like a federal holiday. So you wouldn't get anything to really, to buy much. But these days I see people breaking away and trying to sell. You go to this supermarket, you see it open. I don't know if it's still going on, but that's what I see happening. But my time as a girl growing up, stores were closed. And if you were desperately and needed something, your parents did not get a chance to buy it or forget or they run out, you have to go to a corner store. And they would not open the doors for you to come in. You have to walk at the back door or they open a window. And when that window is closed, don't go to that store. It's closed. It's closed. Right? So those were some of the, that is one of the tradition. So you would not see anywhere open. People go to church, dress up, go to church, but they normally wear black. Black was black clothes, right? Was regarded as funeral. In my time, funeral. But now people wear any color go to funeral. So they use the Friday, the Good Friday, as a memorial for the funeral for Jesus. So they dress up in their black and maybe white, but it's mainly black. Black hat, black shoes, black bag. Going to church on the Good Friday. And the service starts at 10. Sorry, at 12, at midday. And it finishes at 3 because the 3 hours there symbolizes when Jesus was moving from King Herod to Pilate, up and down to Pilate. And at 3 o'clock, they sanctioned that he should be taken to Calvary and to the Golgotha's Hill to be crucified. So that after 3 o'clock, no, right, after 3 o'clock, yes, he was going up. And when it reached time for the Sabbath, Friday evening, they took down, they say he cannot be up there. But they were all Jews who worship on the Sabbath too. So they took down the body and then they put it into the tomb. And it was in the tomb the Friday and the Saturday. And Mary would go there to anoint the body with olive oil. That's why people so treasure olive oil, to keep the body preserved. But when Mary Magdalene went on the Sunday morning early, she saw the tomb open, and she looked in. She didn't see anything. She saw the clothes put down, and then she saw an angel. That's what the Bible says. So that's why I'm repeating it. She saw an angel, and the angel asked her, "Who is she looking for?" And she told him that they have stolen my master. And the person said, and that was Jesus she was talking to. But at that time, she could not know. Oriel says back. Okay, Oriel. If you miss out anything, you can replay the live because I still continue on it. And thank you for your welcome back. And when he realized it was Jesus, she tried to touch him, and he pulled away and said, "No, touch me not, for I have not yet ascended to my Father." So Mary ran away and tell everybody that she saw him, and some did not believe him. And even when Jesus went up to the another time up into the upper room, I won't go. I may not go that far. They thought it was the doppy cane, and Thomas, who had a doubt, Thomas said he must show him his hands, and he showed him his hands and his side, and that was when they believed, and they became fearful and tried to run away, and he sat with them. As the last time he and them were together before he went away. So he went away to heaven, right? And he said we'll come again. No, back to this, what I'm talking about now. It's tradition in the Caribbean for people to eat bun and cheese. The same bun that you buy in the store, spice bun and cheese. I don't like spice bun too much. I like just a firm bun, but I'm not fussy. And people eat a lot. You get a lot of fish from the sea, or even salt fish. So persons doesn't really eat meat during Easter. They avoid the meat as much as possible. It's a tradition. They avoid the meat with the blood coming out. They don't want that meat. They just use the fish. So fish is ever scarce at Easter time. So no matter how much fish you want, you have to start looking the fish some weeks before, because it is never yet enough. Never, never yet enough. So saltfish too that we buy in the store, they use it to make different things like fritters or whatever they use because everybody uses fish. Also, you know what else they do? They normally have bun eating contests. So they will tie up the bun on some string and you have to have your mouth up like this, your hands tied behind your back, and your mouth up trying to bite the bun. So the person who finish first, that's the person who win, get the prize. So I've watched it and it's very nice. Bun eating contest, a lot of people likes to watch it, so you have a crowd. Because you cannot hold the bun is on a string, where everybody bun is tied onto the string, and your mouth is up to your mouth. You have to try hold it and you bite at it and the bun is shifting, moving away. So you may not even, if you're not careful, you may not get to bite any, but you have to try eat the bun. It's a bun eating contest, and just you have to eat the entire bun, not just a piece of the bun. Another game that they do, traditional game, is the person who organized the game would hide some eggs in the bushes, right? Different places. It's like a treasure hunt. And you find the eggs, if you can, and then you put them together. So they're called Easter eggs. So we have fish, we have bun and cheese, and you have Easter eggs, right? And persons, I just want to make sure I don't leave out anything. Persons like those things, you know. And you see when they do the fish, oh my, they have some pretty fish, you know. And they fry them. And now I think people have fish with bami. Fish and bami. I've not seen bami since I'm here, but when I'm back home, I like bami. Bami is nice. So you have fish and bami, right? Those are the favorite. And they also use this coconut to make treats. So you get greater cake, you get gizzard, whatever coconut can go into. And coconut can make coconut cake, coconut drops. You know, those things are traditional things. So I said I would share it tonight on my channel, and persons can watch the channel after. Yeah, man, it's nice. And when the coconut, but you don't have to grate it. Back home we have to grate it, but now that you have the electric one, you just put it in it and get it mixed up, and you can bake a cake, coconut cake. So whatever you use to bake, you try to put some coconut in it, and that is something that is very tasty. You can make puddings, you can make tarts, you can make drinks, you can make porridge, you can make so many things. So whatever you do, you add the coconut. And no, and I want to taste the fufu. I hear about fufu and I don't know where to go and get it. I hear about it ever since. Ever since. And I will have to go Google. I'm going to ask somebody I know from Ghana that comes to my church. Where can I get it to buy? Because I like the way how it is eaten. You wash your hand and take it up and eat it. Yeah, I believe it tastes nice. Persons I've known who have had it, they tell me that I'm missing something. And I watch them do it on YouTube, you know. What persons do, prepare it and show it, man. That's why I tell you about Ghana and over those places. You know, I heard it's nice. I hear it's nice. So tonight I feel pleased to share my knowledge about Easter and the traditions and what people do. So Easter begins from Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday until the Easter Sunday, the day after, the weekend following the burial. So remember, Good Friday is the burial, so they call it Good. That is the reason they call it Good Friday, because they say Jesus had done something good, right? And the Saturday was in the grave, and he rose on the Sunday, right? So Easter begins at Ash Wednesday and ends on the Sunday, which is called Easter Sunday. And that's the day churches are filled with people, man. Everybody from every denomination, all who never used to go to church, Churches are filled because it's Easter, you know. So I'm just a messenger. I like to read. When I was younger, I read every book. They had some book named in my time, Mills and Boone, are the boys, the Bobbsey twins. So much Tom Sawyer, a lot of literature books. I read, and nothing, comics, nothing passed me. No, I said, I want to listen. So when I go to find something, I try to, okay, that should be interesting. Yes, it is a game, it's an activity. It is, and you know what you could do? Because you don't want the egg to break. What you could do, if you're able to boil them, because you know it may, or if you don't want to boil them, you don't have to boil them. But just like it don't get broken. But if you, because for the fun, it is nice. You hide them, and let somebody find the one that finds. Some may find one, some may find none. You know, like a treasure hunt. You could do it, man. That's a nice game. The children would love it. The adults would sort of know how to find the things, and the niceness doesn't come out. But the children, I'm telling you, if you have children at your church or young people, you know, young people don't really want to do certain things, but children are always excited. So you try that game, just like how you do a treasure hunt. You hide some things. Yeah, man, and tell me about it. It's been a long time not seen that game. Tell me about it. When I normally teach, I'll put hide things in the bushes, hide them different places, and tell them to go and search. And who finds it, we have a treat or something. So they are going to like it because sometimes we hide things as treasure hunt and whatever is in it, they get it. The person who finds it get it. So you try the egg thing, and if your people is able to get coconut, then they can make something with coconut. They can make coconut cake, coconut drops. They can make different things with coconut, right? Coconut sweetie, so many different things. You just Google up the thing and you'll find some ideas. I am so happy. Oreo cake, come on, come back, you know. So that is why, you know, whatever I do on my live, you can go back and watch it. But persons may not, the comments may not come up at the same time when it goes. I understand, Ori, you're a busy person. I see that. It may not come up with the comments right away. It takes a couple hours, well, maybe the following day. But you can play the live and listen to it. And I think this is going to be one of my best live because the responses are beautiful. And I had it on my mind all day. I said, I cannot wait until tomorrow because tomorrow is Good Friday. So I have to find a different theme for tomorrow because I have mixed the theme for tomorrow and tonight. So don't worry, I will find some things for tomorrow. The thing is, you know, guys, I cannot play any music because I'll be copyrighted, right? So I may just try to find some songs that relates to crucifixion and talk about them. And the idea just come to me now. See, the God up above knows that He wants to use me, you know. So I never think of it like that. I can find some songs and read them out and talk about its meaning. That is enough. Good Friday. I want to be on my live. I want to be outside. I want to be outside. I plan to be outside. I'm just hoping it won't get too cold. Coming it's cold, you know, it's not nice. I have to be putting on so much warm things to go outside. Yeah, I'm happy that you guys have given me some space in your homes and you have given me listen to Auntie D. And if you're in any doubt, you can still go back into the Bible or you can Google the information you want and you can see. The thing is, um, I don't remember the exact passage in the Bible that speaks about the crucifixion. But once you Google is so helpful. Once you Google the information, it will point you to it. It will point you to it. And Oriel is from Ghana. And here I am talking about Easter. And that tells me that Oriel believes in Christianity. So Oriel, she's going to put up those eggs and do it as how they would do treasure hunt. Hide things and let persons find it. And to be nice, if when they find it, they're allowed to keep it, right? Or the person may put one egg, but to make it interesting, you would not want to put an entire basket of egg one place and one person find it. So you could buy some eggs, scatter them different places. So you're going to have about maybe 2 dozen, depending on the amount of persons. Scatter them, man. Let people spend time. But if you just put all the eggs in one basket, one person find it, the game just finished and they just call off there. Right? Just call off. So whatever the amount of eggs, scatter them around, scatter them. And and you know how to do treasure hunt. You know how to, secure the eggs. You don't want the person grab the egg and mash them up. So you would know how to do that. It's a nice game, guys. It's a very nice game. And like I said, I'm going to make a note so that tomorrow, a part of the day, I'm going to be reading. So I'll give some readings about, oh, JSS, JSST. You're cool. JSST, where have you been, JSST? Let me make a note of you. JSST, where have you been? JSST, I like that name, Am I correct? JSST. JSST, is this your first time on the channel? If it's so, welcome to the live. Auntie DTV is live, and I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have you, and I hope you come another time too, and keep coming. And I hope you subscribe. Do you have a channel, JSST? Do you have a channel? If you do, I would go and look, right? And we try to subscribe to each other. So you subscribe to me, and I go and find your channel if you have one. And I'm hoping that you have one because your name seems to be a name that would probably have a channel. Yeah, I try to be cool. Up here is cold, the place is cold. But I still have to try to be cool. It's Easter. We should not be miserable. I'm not a miserable person, but I try to get things done. And I think about my supporters. I try to let my supporters, if they have channels too, like myself, even if they are monetized or they're not monetized, we help each other. I'm not monetized, and I crave for your help. And if you're not monetized too, you should still appreciate my help. And persons who don't have a channel, I always encourage them to go and set up a channel. It can't, I don't know why, before I started, in December, I had this yearning for quite some time. And I would always be on YouTube and I comment on people's channel, and I was like I wasn't ready. And I would always comment, man, and enjoy the channels them too, Enjoy them. Just like when I come in my life, I follow them up. And I go to this one and that one and I have fun. I share the fun. And then I say to myself, I want to have a channel too. And that's what I did. And it's been not fully 5 months, it's a little over 4 months going. And I'm not there yet. It's a hard, guys, it's not an easy walkover, but I'm not discouraging anybody. One has to be, in anything you do, you have to be determined. Because if everything comes easy, then it has no meaning. That's what I tell myself. If everything comes easy, then it's meaningless. So Some things you have to put out more energy for, and then when you do that, you appreciate it even more. Because I didn't know where I'm at now, I would reach there. But I'm happy when I'm able to reach persons and they're able to ask me questions and I can relate. And if I don't know the answers, guys, I'm not going to tell you any stories. I'm going to search for the answer and come back another time with it. And I like when people talk. Like Orion now tonight, ask question, talk. And that pull me, but not talking and not saying anything, just listening, it just let me feel stagnant, like I'm not moving. But you see, when you start questioning me, I will go to where you maybe you weren't even thinking where I would go. I just keep going on and on until I have to say, oh, let me stick to the point. But if it's something I'm not knowledgeable about, I'm not going to make up any stories. I will tell you, I'm going to get the information and share it again. And I'm telling you, tonight is a blessing. I feel so good. I feel so good because there are times when I do come on, persons come with they do, sometimes they come, they don't say a word. They say hi and then gone, disappear. And sometimes they do share. So sometimes we have to still listen. But I don't like when I'm the only one talking. I'm hearing myself and I'm not hearing from you. And remember that communication is not a one-way street. It goes both ways. And today was a beautiful day. And I'm thankful that the day is ending on a good note. And I'm so happy. And I know that the Lord is leading me into what I don't know because wherever He leads me, I have to follow. Right? So, God is the greatest, as the man Cartel sings. God is, I don't know the song, but the one line I can catch from it is, God is the greatest. So He's the greatest, and whatever we are doing, let us put Him in the mix. Put Him in the mix. Because if we leave Him out, we are doomed. And I have been trusting Him ever since. And I prove Him more and more every day. And I will tell others that all you have to do is to trust Him. And He will lead you into paths that you don't even know that you have ability. Because when I listen to myself talking tonight about the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus and incorporating this birth, I have to say, I have to say, Auntie D, you have been reading, you have been trying to understand, and I'm trying to share. Because, see, this reminds me of when I was studying, even after studying too. For you to learn something, you cannot keep it to yourself. That is why when you are studying, you have groups. Or that is why when children are in school, you put them into groups because there'll be somebody in the group who is a little faster, can pull up another slow one. And you have some who can talk, some who can write, different abilities. You don't put all the bright ones into one group, you mix ability. So when you share and you repeat, you learn. So that way the brain becomes active. And sometimes it helps with the way people respond and it pulls more. And the more you talk, that's why some people say somebody talk too much and they not talk too much. But it's the brain. Because hi Roxanne, enough love, enough how are you doing? I was here talking about the Easter traditions, and I was just about to make my move. But you're here. I don't know if you would want to add something. I'm happy that you have come on to join. Yeah, the traditions, the things that we people do at Easter time, and so forth. So persons know it's different now because the cultures are different where you go, and the emphasis persons work no more than other times because okay, you're fine, that's beautiful. um maybe if you were on, you could probably talk about some bonities. I was telling persons when they were on, although I told them I'll leave at within the hour because I'm so hungry. Maybe I could do it to your dumpling them that you cook there. So people are different now. It's not the Easter is not so religious as it used to be, and I think the whole church thing is lessened. People not really going to church as one would have expected. So beliefs have come into being, and the distractions are there. So persons tend to work, some tired, so they rest. So the focus is not so much on the Easter as the tradition should be. It is more of, say, the Monday and even the Sunday, because I read where some place in the Caribbean having some, they have dances and parties and get together and go to the beach. So it's a kind of self thing. So I don't see the focus, things have changed. Yeah, I was saying that too, but people don't look like they want to forgive anybody, so they just go about and do their own show, that one thing. People were more godly, God fearing in earlier times, and I think that's why those people live long. I remember in my time, not that I'm old, but in my time, persons would live until them are 100 and 105, 110. But the people are passing off so quickly now for different reasons. So then when you look, you may see a funeral. If it's a very elderly person, you don't see anybody much unless it's a well-known person from a community. But if it's a young person that who could have become unalive from an accident, you will see. But it's more partying type to me. But the tradition still holds. The stores still have the bun and cheese. The fish is still not enough to reach everybody because the fish is always not enough. The saltfish is still not enough. You barely can't because you get the saltfish to do some other things because persons want to have meat, no meat during Lent up to Easter this week as Holy Week. So you find that the cheese and the bun goes and the fish and to a lesser extent bread and bunny. Those things sort of come into play. And like I said earlier, persons try to use coconut to make treats. So they make coconut cake, coconut, different things with coconut. But now, if you try to do these things now, maybe if it's a special occasion, the things might be sold. But maybe normally people may just pass them by. Right? Even ginger beer, that sort of thing. So it's meaningless to me. So anyway, I'm glad we had Roxanne came on, but I'm kind of drained. I want some food, Roxanne, and I'm not near to your kitchen where I could just walk over. Because I know you don't must have some. Roxanne, do you operate a restaurant? Because what most persons are kind of gone now. They could probably, could send them there. So guys, I'm happy that we had some time, and I hope tomorrow I'll be able to come on and somebody can tell me what they're doing for their Good Friday. And like I said, I don't really celebrate Easter, but I read about it and I know the purpose of it, right? So I'll see you guys. It's nice for you to come on. We had a good time and enjoy the rest of the live. You can go back and look at it and share with your friends and talk about it. Comment on it, man. It's never too late, and I can still read your comments. So catch you guys, and remember, stay safe and enjoy the Easter. Bye bye.